Tonight we are going to make my 30-minute chili. 30 minutes, start to finish. For this, I like a 92% lean ground beef because I don't want to have to take the time to drain this. I want to do everything in one pot. I am all about the one pot cook. I'm going to start off with putting in just half of this, where it's just me and sometimes my son is here for dinner. I'm cooking less and less, and I'm using more beans than I am ground beef now, just trying to have a little bit healthier of a lifestyle. So we're gonna put in about half of a pound of ground beef. The other half I will save to do something delicious with. Let's do some chopping. Let me turn on my burner. I'm gonna go with medium heat. Excuse the doggies. With our green peppers, I'm probably doing maybe half of a green pepper. Okay, and in the pot that goes. Let's get some seasoning into this pot. Let me turn you a little bit. So we're gonna add some just black pepper. We're gonna do a good pinch of salt, 3-finger pinch of salt. I had a chef friend that taught me that. Just a good pinch of 3 fingers as your beginning seasoning. We can always add more, can't take away. Our cumin, that's a little much. Let's take that down. So we're gonna do probably about a teaspoon there. Chili powder. Don't be afraid, do a handful, get it in there. Get you some flavor. And I think a lot of times where people struggle with their chili is they don't go on and add these flavors to your meat as you're cooking it. So you end up with this really bland meat that you then throw tomato sauce on and stuff and your spices, and you're trying to bring flavor to it, but you kind of already missed the opportunity. Okay, so now I've just got a couple of cloves of garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and smash those and get those in the pot. Just give them a good whack. But I do think fresh garlic really brings something to the dish. And again, rough chop. You do not have to worry with doing a fine dice because this is gonna break down as it cooks. So you're not gonna end up with a big old chunk of garlic. And really, even if you did, is that a bad thing? Can garlic ever really be bad? Okay, so we're gonna start with that for our seasonings. We're gonna give that a little stir. So now all I'm gonna do is brown this meat. That probably wasn't pleasant. So now all I'm gonna do is brown this meat, and then we will add things to the party. It's the most debated part of chili. In my house, we add spaghetti. So I've got probably about 2 cups of boiling water going on here. Salted it well. I want it to taste like the ocean. I take about a handful of my spaghetti, give it a break, and in the pot she goes. Give a little zhuzh so it doesn't clump together. We're gonna turn that down just a fraction. I wanna keep it at a good boil, but I don't want it to boil over. All right, pan, cooperate. There we go. Okay, we are back over to our ground beef, which we have browned beautifully. I'm now gonna turn this down to simmer. And I am gonna add a can of fire roasted, it makes all the difference, diced tomatoes. If you get the ones that have garlic in it, that's even a nice little bonus. So we're gonna add our tomatoes. Open up my bag of goodies. In go my beans. These are just kidney beans. Dark kidney beans are my favorite. And that's half of a can. And then these are fire roasted chopped green chilies. You can get them in, like, by your tacos seasoning and all that stuff. And that's going to be about a third of it. I'm going to cover this. Make sure I've got this turned down to simmer. I'm going to let this simmer. I've got 6 minutes left for my pasta to be cooked al dente. And at the end of 6 minutes, I'm going to drain my pasta. I'm going to taste this to see if I need to make any adjustment to my seasoning. Then I will add my spaghetti, let it simmer for about another 2 to 3 minutes, and we are ready to eat. We are back. So I have gotten a little nibble to taste. Holy smokes, that's good. It does need a pinch more salt. We'll stir that in. Well, let's see if we can get a little bite with everything in it. There we go. Oh my God, that is so good. Okay, one little bit more of our salt. You like how fancy I am there, huh? And here's our spaghetti. We're gonna stir our spaghetti in. Okay, our spaghetti is in. Our seasoning is on point. We're gonna put our lid back on and we're gonna let this simmer for about another 2 to 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna be working on frying some scalded cornbread, and we'll meet back here in just a minute. It's time for dinner. Our chili is ready to go. I'm gonna put a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese over top, just because I can.